Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become.
We made it.
I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches.
Made it for sunrise, but I think most of it's over now. I do expect that the sun is about to peek out, and so I'm gonna do it another time lapse. It's just the best way to see sunrise.
So come what may, don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old lives.
This was shoulder to shoulder earlier.
And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill.
So this place is called Tunnel View because as you come through the tunnel, this is what you see. I was gonna take a picture so that you could see it. It's just so dramatic when you're driving, but it's not as dramatic when you're standing here. I know you thought we were done with Yosemite, but surprise, we have one more day. I came here for sunrise and then I want to go see some sequoias. Sequoia National Park is closed, so I am gonna go to a sequoia grove here just as soon as the sun is done rising. The past few days that I've been here, they've been doing those controlled burns, and you can definitely see the smoke just sitting in the valley this morning. It is 9 o'clock now, and we got here around 7, so 2 hours, and how big of a difference that has made. I keep taking pictures as if it's gonna get better, but just trying to soak in this last view of the valley before we have to head out. Okay, so here's the deal. I've made my way to Mariposa Grove. This is supposed to be the exciting bit of our day, and the reason I stayed one more day. They spent so many years renovating this, and you can tell by how beautiful the parking lot is, the welcome plaza, all that fun stuff. And then COVID hit, and they shut down their bus system, so we have to walk 2 miles just to get to the beginning of the grove. And then in May of 2021, they had a windstorm that knocked over 15 sequoia trees along with a ton of other things. Earlier this year, they had a ton of fences up and all of that stuff, so it'll be interesting to see what we find. Either way, we have to walk 2 miles just to get there. I've also heard it's not easy. We have all day. Whew. No joke. Perfectly manicured trail, but it sure was up and down. Pretty sure they were renovating the building when a tree fell on it during the windstorm. You can drive up here if you have a handicap pass in your car, or you can ride bikes. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So all this debris is still here from the windstorm. The sequoias are in the same family as redwoods, but apparently a little genetically different based on where they grow. It's a huge tree. And it reminds me, so far, it reminds me 100% of the redwoods, except for, and maybe it's because a lot of the trees blew down, it's kind of by itself, so you can really see how big it is. Okay, we're gonna take that trail, but I want to check out this area because it looks like one of the sequoias fell here, and a trail that we could be on if we went on the road and it wasn't a mess. It's definitely a sequoia tree, but it's amazing how small the root section is. You can tell why it would have blown over. That makes sense. Wow. Just a baby. I read that they lost 15 total and that there's 500 supposedly here. I'm sure it probably will take a long time to clean up because they'll have to figure out what to do with it. I can't imagine that a sequoia tree falling is the same as any other tree since we hold them so closely. That's huge. Okay, let's go see Grizzly Giant and find the other big ones. Just busy hiking and eating my Halloween candy I got half off a few days ago. As far as I know, these are the Clothespin Trees, and then I'm gonna go back to the Faithful Couple, and then back to the Grizzly Giant. Whew. I'm going on 3 miles, and every bit of it has been uphill. Oh, that's a big one. It's so hard to explain how big they are. It's also super intimidating now, knowing that the roots are only about 5 feet outside of the trunk base. This tree is heavy. It is on a hill, super big, but it did survive that windstorm, so maybe it's okay. So this tree would be like 2,000 years old. That's insane. And since we've hiked so much farther outside of that main path, I've only seen like 4 other people here. decided that's my favorite tree. So down there is the faithful couple. It's a tree at the bottom, looks like one tree, and then halfway up it splits into two. I feel like I've taken the longest path possible to get to the Grizzly Giant, which is the first tree on the trail. So hopefully it's worth it. I guess now it's time for the hike back. Okay, so this says the Grizzly Giant is one of Mariposa Grove's most notable trees, standing 209 feet tall, and it's 28 feet in diameter and 96 feet in circumference at the base. Wow. Wow. It says that on average there's a fire here every 5 to 20 years, which is why there's burn marks. There's a large branch, which you can see there, that makes kind of an L, and it says that that is 7 feet in diameter, and it's larger than most of the trees around here, which is true. And then this is what it looks like compared to the Statue of Liberty. Okay, now it's time to head back. think I started out that at 9 a.m. and now it's 3 o'clock. Is that possible? I'm definitely hungry. Did not take enough food. I hiked about 7 miles, and I think that most people I passed were not prepared for that, including all the people that were in flip-flops and carrying their coffee. If you're coming here, know that the hike is a big hike. So either you have 2 miles on a trail or you have 2 miles up a road that's just a steady incline. I think both options are pretty tough. On the way back, it was nice to take the road because it was a different view and it was just a steady downhill. I think my knee is gonna hate it in the morning, but at least we got this far, right? So cool to see the sequoias. The trees themselves, just knowing how old they are so cool. But that really does do it for our trip to Yosemite. I will see you next at Pinnacles National Park. I'm sure you're all curious about what happens between national parks. Well, today I'm going to show you. It's Saturday night, and that means one thing: Planet Fitness. I think this is the Vans version of I woke up like this. I'm gonna head around and see if there's much of a wait for oil change. After this stop, I'm gonna head over to Starbucks and get the video uploaded. It's late, but it's okay. It's still Sunday, so it counts.